What is or has been your scariest moment as a house officer? Scariest moment as a house officer. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Lifestyle with Dr. Peppy. Well, this is gonna be kind of different because I'm actually starting a series titled Housejob Series. Now, I don't think I did an introductory video and I'm sorry. So here it is. My name is Dr. Perpetual, also known as Dr. Peppy. I graduated last year as a medical doctor from the University of Ambrose Ali. I am currently doing my housemanship. Now, housemanship is a one-year training you undergo after graduating from med school. Now, this series is going to entail questions and answers, things I did that made house job a little bit easy for me, and sort of. So if you're an intending house officer, this is for you. If you've already started your house job, this is also for you, and for the public to have an insight of how house job is. So, episode 1. So this episode is going to be more of some questions and answers, and we're starting right away. Now, first question. Things that made house job easy for you. Is this really a right question? I wouldn't really say things. Okay, let's just say things I had that made house job easy for me. Okay, first on my list is my scarf. Go and do my call and then I'll come back. I don't have to be stressed about how my hair is looking. Just put on a scarf. Or if you have a face cap, you can actually put on your face cap and go about your daily activities. In the night, sorry, not during working hours. Another thing that made house job easy for me is my waist bag. This bag, I can easily hang it around my waist and everything I need is inside. My biro, book, different things that I'll need. I don't have to look for pockets to put all those little things inside. This bag served me very, very well. It's a must-have for you all. Those I love waist bag though. Yeah. Another thing that made house job easy for me is my stats. Yep. Well, if you're like me, that easily react to certain things, that have lots of allergy, I would suggest you have your own stats. The hospital have stats for doctors, but if you're like me that whenever you share stats, you're going to be coming down with otitis, my dear, have your own stats so that it's just your ears therefore. Or you can always clean before you use the stats, except that. Yes, another thing that helps me during house job is my face masks. I don't have it to show. I have a carton of face masks, but my face masks, yeah. It helps a lot because you'll be treating some patients with flu, cough. You always have to put on your face masks to reduce the spread of contagious cough. So it really helps. It helps in my house job. Another thing that helps me for my house job is my wigs. I don't have in this Igbo regime. Who wants to go and be braiding hair in this regime? Do you know how much to braid hair right now, or even the time to sit down? Sorry, I have sensitive scalp. And sitting down to braid my hair, it usually takes the grace of God. I have to prepare myself. I know it's going to take a whole day to braid my hair, so I have to prepare myself, prepare the scalp and everything. So my wigs really saved me from those stress. Wigs are actually very expensive right now, but if you have a wig, it will help you because to braid hair, if I braid hair, it will last me 2 weeks. I'm going to braid again. That stress. My wigs really helped me reduce that stress of braiding for me. Another thing that helps me during house job is my glasses. It's not here, it's currently on my table, but my glasses, it helped me, it acted as a safety tool for me, just like my face masks, because there are times when you want to give patient drugs, and sometimes those drugs in the syringe tend to spill and might end up entering your eyes or something. You want to avoid that. My glasses really helped me or saved me from those hazards most times. Yep. And then something that made house job easy for me, my Crocs. Days I don't feel like wearing shoes or even during calls, my dear, just put on your easy Crocs and go to the hospital. A Crocs is a must-have. Okay, I think that should have been the perfect question. Must-have as a house officer. Yeah, must-have, not things that made house job easy for me. Must-have. So my Crocs really saved me a lot because I don't have to wear canvas or shoes. Days I don't feel like doing that, I just wear my Crocs to work, or during calls. Most times during calls I put on my Crocs and then I go for my calls. You must have as a house officer is your scrubs. Scrubs really saved me. I love dressing well, I guess, but there are days where I can't even think of what to wear, or I'm tired of wearing corporate. I just put on my scrubs to work. Very easy. It's like an easy wear. Wear your scrubs, wear your Crocs, and you are the doctor that you are. Another must have as a medical doctor, when I can't find the hospital tourniquet, this came true for me. If you're a doctor, you know what this is. This became my handmade tourniquet. It's really it's making to make your veins more visible for you. You don't have to run around looking for tourniquet to set a line or get a vein. Time is of the essence. Yes. Another important thing you must have with you: hand sanitizer. You must always have your hand sanitizer with you, because there's sometimes you want to eat an emergency food and there's no place for you to wash your hand. That's why you have your hand sanitizer. You need to have your hand sanitizer. Most times, of course, there's always place in the hospital for you to wash your hand, but most times after washing your hand, well, as for me, after washing my hand, I must still sanitize my hand. I'm used to having my hand sanitizer around, so I believe it will be helpful to you too. So that's it. Okay, second question is gonna be kind gestures you like. Kind gestures. Well, some kind gestures that I love include doing my call for me. Who am I to refuse when you offer to do my calls for me? Another one is getting free lunch. Who am I to refuse such good offer? Come on. I'm good, especially in ONG, like obstetrics and gynecology building. There's always celebration, you know. There's always food, there's always drink, there's always something to celebrate. I'm always gonna miss free food, you know. Things, well, getting nice compliments about my dress, my hair, different things. And then random, you know, some people randomly just come and meet you and say, "Hi doctor, hello, how you doing?" I'm like, where do I know this person from? And they're like, "Oh, you held my hand during labor, you did this for me, you took care of my child." I'm like, really? I'm like, oh, I didn't know I'm this nice. You know, I love appreciative patients, you know. Yeah, like, you really did a lot. You know, when you're telling me, oh, you did this, and I can't even remember I did those things. Well, patients are plenty, so I can't really keep things in my head, or people that I've met, people that I've treated, or something. So, I think, I love that. You know, they give people their flowers while they're still alive, and not when they're dead. True. So, next question is, what is one thing you thought you would never find in your bag as a medical doctor? Well, I think that would be sample bottles. I never thought I would have sample bottle in my bag, but as a house officer, my guy, you have to have sample bottles in your bag, because there are times when you urgently need to collect a blood sample and you can't be running around going to the storehouse where they keep blood sample or asking the nurses for sample bottles. Yeah. Next question: what are the self-care activities or hobbies that you've neglected as a doctor? A lot. Like calling home. I forget to call home most times. The other ones actually call me to find, oh, how you doing? Baby, what's up? Are you fine? You know, I forget people's birthdays because the workload is much and the work is stressful. So most times it's maybe later in the evening when I get to hold my phones. I'm like, oh, this person's birthday is today, and I have to call or wish them a happy birthday. You know. Then when I was a student, I always remember your birthday and post you. You know, I had little time. But now, forget people's birthday. I forget to eat. Me that is a foodie, I used to forget to eat. Because there can be days that I won't even eat to work because you have to rush to resume work, and then I come back feeling tired. Most times I might just drink water and sleep. And you know how the days now, it's like nowadays the days are very short, or I don't know, the days run fast because you can just get back home, sleep, and once you open your eyes, morning again. Well, and I forget to take my meds. Like when I'm sick, I forget to take my drugs. I'm the one who reminds patients to take their drugs and the importance of it, but I forget to take my drugs. That's one thing you shouldn't forget as a doctor. Please, you have to take care of yourself. Your health first. You have to be healthy and well so you can offer your best to your patient. One thing I can never joke with is my sleep. No, I can never joke with my sleep. No matter what, I must find somewhere to sleep. No matter how stressed I am, I must sleep. Unless when I'm on calls. But if I'm not on calls, you see my 6-8 hours sleep. I must have it too. I don't take it for granted. So, next question is, are you scared of as a house officer? I'm scared of needles. I don't like needles. Even when I'm sick and they have to take blood samples from me, it's a whole lot of drama. It will entail a lot of counseling, encouragement, petting, even holding me down to collect my blood sample. Yeah, then I don't like frucimide. I don't like breaking frucimide bottle. Ever since it cut my hand, I've actually had phobia breaking those bottles. But I think I'm good with it now. The nurses showed me a way to navigate through that. Another question. What is my favorite cannula? I have two types. I have two favorite cannula. And they are the pink and the blue. Yes, Those are my favorite colors. But I think last I think I'll go with the blue, because any line a pink cannot get, a blue will definitely get. And next question. What are your pet peeves as a medical doctor? My pet peeves. Okay, that would be patients not taking their treatment as prescribed or listening to medical advice. You know, there's some patients you advise them, tell them what to do, and they still go home and do what? It's in their mind. Don't like that. Another one is rude patients. I'm sorry, but we're professionals, so you know you have to handle them professionally. I don't like rude patients. I don't like, why would you be rude to someone who's offering you care? It's uncalled for. Another one is amongst our colleagues, those that eat cold food when they're not on call. Why would you eat cold food when you're not on call? At least before you even eat the person's cold food, take permission from the person, because I know that sometimes people don't really tend to eat their cold food. It's either yes or no. Just ask. I hate it though. Another one is extra call. Why would you be threatening someone with extra call? If at all you invented extra call as a form of punishment. Well, that's for that. Those are my pet peeves. Next question would be, what skill did you learn during med school and it's been helpful to you now as a doctor? Well, that skill would be counseling, the act of counseling. You really need to have that as a doctor, because there are some certain health conditions that the patient needs to be properly counseled, especially those that don't really have a cure. You need to find the right place, the right time, and you know, you need to have the act of delivering such information to the patient. It's a very unique skill that every doctor needs to have. Yeah. Last question for the day. What is or has been your scariest moment as a house officer? Scariest moment as a house officer. Now that would be when I pricked myself. You know, needle pricks. One of the health hazard doctors or medical healthcare workers face. I pricked myself. I've had needle pricks twice. First was when I just started house job. I think I was transfusing a baby and I pricked myself. But since then I was careful about how I use needles. And well, this needle prick that happened that scared me was an adult. I was trying to cannulate an adult, and after taking permission, telling him what I'm about to do, counseling him, and you know, seeking consent, when I attempted to cannulate him, while trying, he shook me and I pricked myself and I bled. So the usual is, once you've gotten a needle prick, you screen your patient, and I went to go and screen this patient. There are 4 various screens that we do. So I screened one, looked negative. My mind was coming down. The main ones that we all know, I don't want to the RVS screened, checked his RVS status, negative. Checked, I think we screened for syphilis, it was negative. We screened for hepatitis C, it was negative. And then the hepatitis B was reactive. I was scared. First of all, I was scared, and later not scared. But I don't want to say I was angry. I can't be angry at a patient, but he shook me and I pricked myself. Assuming the reason I wasn't scared was, okay, I'm already vaccinated. I took my vaccines before I resumed work. But assuming I had not been vaccinated, that would be a different story. That would be, it's going to be a psychological stress on the doctor. It was still a psychological stress for me, but for the fact that I was vaccinated, that was what saved me. And that's one thing I need to tell internal house officers. Please, even medical students, as far as you started your clinical training, ensure that you are vaccinated. Get yourself vaccinated, because there is no cure. There's no cure for the disease. So you take the necessary vaccines before you resume work. I'll create another episode telling you certain vaccines you can get before you start your job as a house officer. And hepatitis B is a must-have vaccination as a health care worker, not just a medical doctor, any healthcare worker. You need to be vaccinated. But that's going to be a topic for another day. So that will be all for this episode. Thank you for staying with me in this question and answer sections in Housejob Series. I can't wait to see you in my next episode. So, like I said, if you haven't liked, please click on the like button, give me a thumb up, leave nice comments, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. See you in another episode of Lifestyle with Dr. Peppy.